when the filmmaker was in charge, I mean, there was the 50s and, you know, when Bimal Roy and Gurudutt and people made films, when Vijay Anand made films, there were very strong women characters. And for example, nobody's made a film like Guide till now, where a woman kind of takes almost like a choice to leave a man for reasons of sexuality, without, you know, without apologizing for it, and then leaves the other man because he kind of becomes like a leech and exploits her. And it's a, so I mean, there has never been, I think one of the most wonderful, for example, in characters, women characters in popular cinema has been Mughal-e-Azam, and everybody says that the last line of Madhubala, for instance, at the end when she says that, you know, the king of, future king of India should not feel that he desired something and he didn't get it. But actually what is she saying? She is demanding her conjugal rights. In a sense, I want that last night with my lover, and so, you know, I forgive the king his whatever, and she walks out, but you know, it's a very strong women characters. And at that time, I don't know, Kiran also, everybody knows that, you know, heroines who were married, Sharmila ji had a wonderful career after marriage. You know, Meena Kumari was married, you know, to Kamal Amrohi and had this wonderful career. So, I mean, then I think, I mean, when trader companies sort of took over cinema, and you know, and when the commercial aspects of it became paramount and almost just that, then I think there was a kind of retardation which kind of occurred in the 80s and 90s, which is the worst phase, which now the modern filmmakers are kind of reacting to. And those 80s, 90s were really a phase where women were, you know. And so, I mean, I think Indian cinema has, in a sense, has been simultaneously very regressive and simultaneously very progressive at times, you know. I mean, just
like real life.
Like real life, you know. Like if you see, for example, even the films of a director like Nasir Hussain, you know, those films were very liberating for women in a sense, because the hill station was a place where you went away from the conservativeness of those towns to kind of have fun, you know, where you could be yourself in a sense, where, you know, you could, you know, escape from the conventions of this family and the slots that women were put into. So, I mean, it's been quite interesting, you know, the way Indian cinema has portrayed women. And the parallel cinema is often forgotten, and today the discussions are, you know, based, everything is Bollywood. Once Indian cinema was all, you know, Satyajit Ray, and now it's all Bollywood, you know. But it's kind of forgotten the work of, say, somebody like Shyam Benegal, and his very strong portrayal of women, you know, of Shabana and Ankur, of Smita and Shabana and Nishant, of Bhumika, which is one of those most, you know, where a woman takes very independent choices and whatever. So I think, you know, I mean, there have been very, very strong portrayals, and, you know, in fact, I don't know, whenever the filmmaking seems to submit to the market totally, in one sense, then, like television, when it came in, for instance, you know, the heydays of Doordarshan, for instance, which is where Bunyad begins, you know, which is where even then Mahabharat begins, which is where characters like Udan and, you know, Kavita Chaudhary's serial, where you have these very strong women portrayals. And then when satellite television comes in, where everything is subservient to the TRP, that's when it's almost as if the society, I mean, it's maybe a controversial statement to make, it's almost as if the audience wants a more regressive portrayal, or the mass of, you know, Indian society is more, in a sense, regressive than the filmmaker himself. So whenever the filmmaker is submitting to the demands of the market, a more regressive portrayal kind of emerges, you know, which is, and, you know, and wherever the filmmaker is in charge, there is a kind of a much more interesting, full. I mean, for me personally, I mean, I think just to put, often people ask me, you have such strong women characters, just because it's more interesting often, and many filmmakers like to portray or tell a story through women. Because women understand loss better. Women understand being wrong better. Women are not always want to be heroic and right. It's much more interesting to tell a story through the journey of a woman.